Hey Birchouse friends, welcome back. So this week's question comes to us from Clay McQueen, who asks, "Hey Birchouse, what is your favorite type of food to make?" Um, this is a really good question. I really appreciated this question because it kind of got us off of topic from, spears and swords and shields and woodworking and art and history. It gave us something a little bit more, something interesting to talk about. And it's also an interesting question because it lets me dive into my background a little bit. I've certainly talked on this, on the Hey Birchouse series about the formation of Birchouse Workshop, or rather when it started Birchouse Wood Crafts. And I've talked about being a house husband prior to that, but prior to that, I was an ACF certified chef. I spent many years in the restaurant industry. I was a server, a busboy. I dish dogged. I did line cook. But I went to college for culinary arts with an emphasis in American regional cuisine. And I got my ACF certification back in 2007. And so when I say chef, I mean chef. The white jacket, the toque, the whole shebang. Working 12 and 15-hour shifts. The whole deal. In fact, it was in college that I met Mrs. Chick, or Mrs. Birchouse. She was also in culinary arts, and that's how we met, and eventually got together and married. So I love cooking, and I love to eat. So what is my favorite food to make? Well, I love cooking for my family. I love cooking for my loved ones. And I cook virtually every night. Virtually every night we have home cooked meals. And I make all the standard classics, salad, burgers, pastas, casseroles, the stuff that everybody eats on a regular basis. We eat a lot of ethnic cuisine. We make a lot of Asian. I make a lot of Korean, a lot of Chinese. We eat a lot of Indian. I can make a pretty mean curry. But my favorite food, my comfort food, is Hispanic food, and especially Mexican. And so we make a lot of Mexican food. And I do make some pretty mean Mexican dishes, despite my whiteness. That is my comfort food. I love to make it, and more importantly, I really, really love to eat it. So I will say Mexican food is my favorite food to cook, favorite food to make, with the caveat, though, that I just, in general, love food. So that was a great question. It was a really interesting question. Let us talk a little about who Birchouse is before Birchouse. So thank you, Clay, so much for asking. I'm going to draw a question for next week. And next week's question comes from Caitlin Noska. So Caitlin, we're going to answer this question next week. If you ever have a question for Birchouse, comment below with "Hey Birchouse, ask," and we'll answer it in a future video. In the meantime, we'll see you all next Wednesday.
Welcome to Birchouse, where history meets the art.